welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. Now, a quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now, the news in full. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says his administration will support initiatives to promote security within the Gulf of Guinea. Represented by the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, Tinubu spoke at the opening of the 8th Symposium of the Heads of Navies and Coast Guards in the Gulf of Guinea on the maritime environment in Abuja. The president stated that the Gulf of Guinea has become the main transit hub and facilitator for Africa's economic growth, noting that the region has vast oil and natural gas and reserves, supplying about 10% of global energy demand. With significant quantities consumed in Europe, North America, and Asia, Tinubu said regional and global collaborations is critical in unlocking the immense potentials of the blue economy in the Gulf of Guinea region. In a significant development for Tijani's Islamic order, Khalifa Sheikh Ibrahim Nasser has announced several landmarks resolutions aimed at fostering unity and strengthening the movement globally. Part of resolution is the discontinuation of the office of Khalifa in Nigeria in a holistic decision. Khalifa Ibrahim stated that the office of Khalifa within the Tijaniya in Nigeria has been discontinued. He also said the affairs of the Tijaniyan movement in Nigeria will continue to be guided and cancelled by two highly reserved scholars, Sheikh Tahir Usman Bauchi and Sheikh Sharif Ibrahim Saleh Al-Husseini. Following the development, the national Maulid celebrations of Sheikh Ibrahim Nasser in Nigeria will now be under the direct leadership of Sheikh May Nasser. He will work closely with other sheikhs and muridims to ensure the event continues to serve as a unifying and spiritual milestone for the movement. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has departed for France on a state visit at the invitation of French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife, Her Majesty Brigitte Macron. The president will be welcomed at the historic 350-year-old French military museum, Les Valades, and the Palais d'Alsace by the Macrons for a series of ceremonial events, which will lead into bilateral discussions. This was contained in a post made on Wednesday, November 27th, on X by the senior special assistant to the president on social media, Olusegun Dada. Let's quickly go on a very quick break. Midday News continues shortly. Stay tuned. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Midday News on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. The Agricultural Formation Agenda Support Program Phase 1 project under the National Agricultural Growth Scheme and Agro Pocket has revealed that the project has contracted production of heat-tolerant wheat seeds to be distributed to farmers during this year's wheat production as support and boost wheat production in Nigeria. Speaking during a visit to Aliyama Fertilizer Seed and Chemical Company Madobi in Kano State, ATASP National Coordinator Ibrahim Mohammed Arabi says the scheme has monitored the processing of heat-tolerant wheat that the project had contracted to Al-Yuma Company. He says about 1,500 metric tons of heat-tolerant wheat seed will be produced by the company. He explained it was on that basis that the management of the company extended an invitation to the project and National Seed Council of Nigeria for assessment, adding that under the project viable and very good seeds have been procured to support the NAGS AP. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has applauded the Nigerian Navy for the collaborative support effort of the international partners in advancing maritime security initiatives and promoting sustainable development of the Gulf of Guinea. Now, President Tinubu, who was represented by the National Secretary Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, gave the commendation while delivering a keynote address at the opening ceremony of the 8th edition symposium of the Head of Navies and Coast Guards of Gulf of Guinea in Abuja. Kike Lomo Okere tells us more.
The Gulf of Guinea is a crucial shipping route for global trade and accounts for about 60% of Africa's shipping trade volume. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who was represented by the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, charged 8 of navies and coastal guards of Gulf of Guinea to foster international cooperation to tackle maritime challenges and promote sustainable development of the maritime resources. He noted that through shared responsibilities and concerted efforts, the 8 of navies can effectively combat illegal activities at sea, protect the maritime ecosystem, and unlock the immense economic opportunities on the waterways.
It is therefore our collective responsibility to foster international cooperation to tackle these challenges and promote sustainable development of our maritime resources.
The Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ogala, says the symposium underscores the importance of cooperation and the need to strengthen and expand existing regional and international security initiatives. He noted that the symposium is aimed to foster cooperation to the development of Africa's oceans, particularly the Gulf of Guinea nation's economy within the secure maritime environment.
There are still some myriads of challenges such as sea robbery, proliferation of small arms and light weapons, illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing, human trafficking, just to mention a few. Most of these crimes are transnational in nature and requires collective approach involving all navies and coast guards.
France Naval Chief Admiral Nicolas Vajo says the symposium is aimed to discuss strategic maritime security issues in the Gulf of Guinea to strengthen the maritime security.
Regional cooperation is progressing positively. These various actions prove the relevance of the Yaoundé architecture of this integrated model. It's a goal to pursue our joint action and continue to develop our partnership. Based on the actual success, there will be room for including able and willing partners who will contribute to the operations under Yaoundé architecture.
The 8th edition symposium of the 8 of Navies and Coastal Guards of Gulf of Guinea is tagged Maritime Security and Sustainable Development in the Gulf of Guinea reflects the essence of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Kike Lomo Okere, Global Television News.
Thank you, Kike, for that report. Over now to the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency has shut several establishments, including churches, hotels, bars, and other businesses for failing to comply with the state environmental laws. The operation, which covered areas such as Mushin, Amawo, Odofun, and Okota Isolo, was part of ongoing efforts to address noise pollution and other environmental violations across Lagos. This was made known in a statement shared on ALSPA's verified X handle. The general manager of LASPA, EPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi, reiterated the agency's zero-tolerance policy for violation that threatens public health and community harmony. The Edo State Vehicle Recovery Committee has retrieved 30 government-owned vehicles from officials of the immediate past administration. Chairman Kelly Okobowa. The development was disclosed in a statement issued by Fred Itua, Chief Press Secretary to Governor Monday Okpebolo. Ogumbawe commended whistleblowers for providing critical information that facilitated the recoveries, including 4 vehicles retrieved from the residence of the former high-ranking official and another from a separate individual. He assured Edo residents that more recoveries will be made before the 2-week deadline set for the committee to complete its mandate. He therefore appealed to the public for more information to aid the operations, saying the whistleblowers have been instrumental to the success while pledging to reward anyone who provides helpful tips. The Senate will debate the tax reform bill today, Thursday, and may subsequently pass it for a second reading. This came to the fore when the Deputy Senate President, Jibrin Barau, who presided over by the plenary, hinted that bills would likely be passed today, Thursday. The Senate leader, Bamidele Okpeyemi, stated that the bill will be debated at the plenary on Thursday. His comment followed a dazzling presentation by the chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, Taiwo Oyedele. Oyedele, alongside the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Tax, Zacchaeus Adedeji, Director General of the Budget Office, Taminu Yakubu, were allowed into the plenary to explain the tax reform bills in detail to lawmakers. President Bola Tinubu had earlier in October forwarded 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly following the presentation of the bills, controversies at various levels, and greeted the bills, including governors telling lawmakers not to pass the bills. The Nigerian Police Force has alerted residents of the Federal Capital Territory about crisis response stimulation exercise scheduled to take place on Thursday, November 28, 2024. The drill, organized in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, will take place around Idu train station between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. According to the statement by Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, the exercise is part of federal government's effort to enhance the preparedness of security forces in addressing security threats across the country. Residents are advised not to panic during the exercise, which will feature heavy sounds of explosive in a controlled environment. The police assure the public that the stimulation poses no danger and is designed to test emergency response capabilities. Justice Gladys Olotu of the Federal High Court Abuja has ordered the Nigerian Army and First City Monument Bank to pay Major Hakeem Hosseini 460 million naira in damages for wrongful conviction, denial of access to funds, and other violations. The judgment, delivered on October 28, 2024, followed an application by Hosseini to enforce his fundamental rights. Hosseini has sought several reliefs, including declarations that the freezing of his bank account on the directive of the Nigerian Army without a valid court order or adequate opportunity for defense was unlawful. He also challenges alleged dehumanization while in custody and the prolonged denial of access to his funds, describing the action as clear violation of his constitutional rights. The applicants argue that the action of the respondent contravened Section 35, 36, 37, 41, 43, and 44 of the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria as amended, as well as provisions of the Administration of the Criminal Justice Act, ACJA 2015, and the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. Airline owners under the Aegis of Airline Operators of Nigeria, AON, have expressed concerns over inadequate air tariff controllers, ATCs, in the aviation industry, saying the threat to safety. The AON President Alhaji Abdul Mumin Yunisa Sarina spoke in the 53rd Annual General Meeting of Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, with the theme Sustainability of Renewed Hope Agenda in Aviation, the imperative of manpower development and efficient air navigation services. The two-day event will also witness election of a new executive that will pilot the affairs of the association. Over now on our business decks, the federal government has confirmed that it will spend a total sum of 8.8 billion naira for the repair and restoration of the transmission towers that were vandalized across various regions of the country in 2004. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transition Company of Nigeria, Ahmed Abdulaziz, revealed that at the quarterly Power Sector Working Group meeting in Abuja, the Special Advisor to the Minister of Power and Strategic Communication and Media Relations, Bolaji Tunji, in a statement says the government is yet to achieve persecution of arrested vandals as they are usually released on bail by the Nigerian police. Abdulaziz, who was represented by the Executive Director, TCN Transmission Service Provider, Engineer Olugbenga Ajiboye, revealed that 128 transmission towers have been destroyed either by vandals or bandits across the country between January and November 2024. The House of Representatives have asked its Committee on Finance, Petroleum Upstream and Downstream to investigate reports from the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Responsibility Commission, alleging that the NNPC, now Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, withheld 8.48 trillion naira as claimed subsidies for petrol. The House further stated that the investigation will address the NETI report stating that NNPC, now NNPCL, failed to remit $2 billion, 3.6 trillion naira in taxes to the federal government. The committee were further directed to verify the total cumulative amount of unremunerated revenue under recovery from the sale of petrol by NNPC between 2020 and 2023. This is as the House approved 2025-2027 medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper ahead of next week's presentation of the 2005 appropriation bill to the National Assembly by President Bola Tinubu. Vice President Kashim Shettima has disclosed that Nigeria attracted $1.27 billion in foreign capital from BRICS countries by June 2024, marking a significant raise from $438.72 million recorded during the same period in 2023. The BRICS bloc comprises Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, alongside newer members including Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and the United Arab Emirates. Speaking at the 2024 China-Africa Interbank Association Forum in Abuja on Shettima, represented by the Special Advisor to the President on General Duties, Dr. Aliyu Mudigbo, highlighted the growing economic ties between Nigeria and BRICS nation. He noted that Nigeria's status as a partner country within the bloc underscores its commitment to fostering strategic partnership for domestic growth. Oil marketers have outlined the conditions that will make them patronize the newly rehabilitated Port Harcourt Refinery Company in Rivers State. PHRC, under the management of the National Petroleum Company Limited, must dispense its refined petroleum products below the prices of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, the dealers said. But the NNPCL, in reaction to claims, noted that its petrol price was about 1,045 naira per litre, stated that the refinery had yet to release its prices, as products from the plant were currently dispensed only to NNPCL station. The oil firm spokesperson Olufemi Sonoye revealed that the company was still reviewing its prices and had yet to commence bulk sales as its purchasing portal remained closed. Meanwhile, it was also gathered that oil marketers imported 105.67 million litres of petrol into the country in 5 years. Marketers confirmed that NNPC was selling petrol at 1,045 naira per litre, stressing that they may be compelled to opt for petrol importation as a means of meeting local demands. On our foreign news now, the United Kingdom has unveiled its largest visa application center in Africa, located in Ikeja, Lagos. Operated by VFS Global, the new center marks a significant step in enhancing visa application services for Nigerians traveling to the UK. This was contained in a statement by the British High Commissioner in Lagos, with additional centers in Abuja and Victoria Island, Lagos. Now operational since November 19, the facility in Ikeja is designed to streamline visa submissions and offer applicants a seamless experience. The British Deputy High Commissioner Johnny Baxter attended the launch in Ikeja, emphasizing the importance of the UK-Nigerian relationship. He expressed optimism that the new centre will provide improved services for applicants. Over now to our sports desk. Manchester United legend Ruud van Nistelrooy has emerged as the leading candidate for the vacant managerial position at Leicester City following dismissal of Steve Cooper. The development comes just weeks after Van Nistelrooy's brief stint as United's interim boss ended. Van Nistelrooy joined Erik ten Hag coaching staff at Manchester United during the summer, but was thrust into the managerial role in October following ten Hag's sacking. Despite leading United to 3 wins in 4 matches, including back-to-back victories over Leicester, the position ended with a rival, Ruben Morum, as the club's new head coach. Leicester City sacked Cooper on Sunday after the former Nottingham Forest boss struggled to mark an impact, earning 10 points from 12 Premier League games. Cooper's assistant, Alan Tate, and Steve Rands were also revealed of their duties, leaving first-term coach Ben Dawson to lead the team temporarily. The Telegraph reported on Wednesday night that Vin Lazaro was become the forerunner for the Leicester Gate job, with the appointment likely before club's weekend clash against Brentford. Ceylon Sports' Victor Osimhen's lethal form is from a goal has been defining factor of Galatasaray in the UEFA European League this season. After delivering a match-winning brace against Tottenham Hotspur in a thrilling 3-2 encounter on March Day 4th, the Nigerian forward will aim to extend his scoring streak at the Lions face AZ Alkmaar at the AFAS Stadium on Thursday. Osimhen's impact has been undeniable, with 4 goals contributed in 3 European League appearances this term, each one instrumental in securing points for Okal Burek's side. His brace against Spurs not only highlighted his clinical finishing, but also reaffirms his position as one of the Europe's most informed strikers. Galatasaray entered Thursday's clash instantly in form, unbeaten in their last 14 matches across all competitions, with 12 wins and 2 draws. The European League champion has been just as impressive, collecting 10 points from 4 matches, including a 3-1 victory over PAOK, dramatic 4-3 win against Elfsborg, and the statement win over Spurs. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on StarTimes channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Now kindly follow us